absolutely fantastic. Couldn't be better.
Daughter, you can't go home tonight and go, right miss, I've been on a do, you've got to be happy. I'm telling you now, that's not going to work, all right?
Well, I've been studying, believe it or not, the science of happiness and positivity now as part of a Loughborough University PhD thesis. So I've been seeking out happy people in Britain, which is following them around, trying to find out why they're so happy. And then we run courses around what we call the Art of Being Brilliant, or Staying Brilliant, whatever. And just occasionally we decide to run open events for people who just need a reminder about how to be their best self.
So you know that at your best you look great, you sound great and you feel great, and you know that we all want to be there. So what are the other benefits? What are the sort of work benefits? If you go back to work as a 2%, what happens?
Happy people are more productive, more creative, they have less time taken off ill. And quite frankly, if it's the managers that are negative, then your organisation is going to have a big problem. So ultimately what we're really talking about is leadership. We tend not to call it that, but it's an emotional uplift. Some people can walk in a room and make you feel great. They're your 2%ers. Other people have an ability to suck all the energy and life out of the room. They're your mood hoovers. And we're focusing on how you can be your best self, not just for the benefit of you, but the benefit of your family, your work colleagues and your customers.
It's a lot easier to be a mood hoover. You look at why there's so many mood hoovers is because culturally that's what we do. The Australians call us the whinging poms.
In fact, we describe the science of happiness as the science of the bleeding obvious. It's about choices that you make in your head, it's about impact you have on the people around you, personal responsibility, having some resilience when things don't go well, setting huge goals, which is a big deal, and playing to your strengths. And we believe if you study happy people, then they've all got those 6 characteristics. So the Art of Being Brilliant in our courses are a blend of those principles with some fun, with some laughs, but actually trying to make people think as well.
I came along just because I need that bit of a boost to stay in that 2%. It's been an absolutely brilliant day. The sessions have been great. We've had such fun, and just leaving here feeling really positive. You know, it's me that can make the difference. So you know, I'm ready to go and take on some challenges now. So great, and thanks to everyone involved. It's been brilliant.
Came along from the University of Nottingham because we'd had them there to do a little bit of work with our team. Came along today really just to meet a lot of people feeling positive about things, get a nice boost, had a fantastic day. We've laughed more than we thought we would. It's been absolutely brilliant, real tonic.
So for example, if you wake up in the morning, your house is burnt down, your partner's left and your dog's dead, the last thing you need at that moment in time is somebody going, every cloud.
The 2%, I think life's speeded up massively with the busyness. I think technology now, a lot of people are doing a lot of over-communicating and probably not spending enough time together on a human level, on a one-to-one level. So the top 2% for me is about stepping out of your busyness, and I suppose spending time with people in a environment where there's no pressure, and just giving you the opportunity really just to get to know people, I think, away from the business. Sorry, that's my phone. Sorry, man.
He's always going on about how much he loves his son. I love my son. So what is your job? You're his dad. And where's your son while you're on Facebook crying because you're not playing football with him?
Everyone who's invited has got to be what we call a top 2%, or at least striving to achieve their inner happiness or let their inner brilliance out. So, yeah, we're the cards are stacked in our favour, but I think everybody does need a reminder sometimes, and I think sometimes life just gets to you. Stuff does get on top of us. So I think getting with like-minded people, talking to people about your real kind of issues in life, I think it allows people to, again, just connect with their inner self, really. So it just gives people that opportunity.
Brilliant. My
and try to keep it solution focused. So I'm just going to carry on doing that and just give them permission to be happy.
Beacon of excellence, who brings hope to those in search of your guiding light. Yeah, we're all champions in our own rights. But now when I look at my reflection like mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the greatest of them all? The mirror calls me. My sole purpose is to never see defeat. Yeah, I can stand here all day and preach. But what's the motive of this motivational speech if it doesn't reach? So if this is the only time I get to stand and perform on a platform like this, I wouldn't want to give it a miss. It's like I came up out of an abyss, from underground rapping to this.
Naturally, I'm quite shy actually. But when I step on stage, I'm a different person. I leave that all behind and I know that I have a purpose. So when I step on stage, I know that I'm here to motivate and to inspire someone and encourage someone to actually be a brilliant version of themselves.
To suit up and get to crafting words whenever I seem stressed.
One of my lines in that piece that I performed today was about being brilliant takes practice. And that's what I do a lot. I practice a lot, over and over and over again. At home, I'm walking around like an idiot, just going, look in the mirror, just always kind of practicing at all times. Always writing, always making sure that I'm on top of my game at all times. Because I can't expect other people to kind of be inspired by me if I don't inspire myself first.
Being grumpy and being that sort of mood hoover version of you is unfortunately a bit more easy in terms of being contagious. That's sort of like, that's a contagion that can sort of sweep through countries. But actually, yeah, if you like, they're sort of our ambassadors and they're ever growing. I mean, I wasn't there at the very beginning, but the first ever 2%ers, you know, when you speak to Andy, it had around 20 people in it. And now there's 400 in a room and there could be more. There could be more. And that's the thing that we try and spell out in our messages. This isn't about being too happy. If you're too happy, you're too happy. And actually, for a lot of people, if that works for them, that works for them. But it's sort of, for a lot of people who are too happy, they're living in a bit of a parallel universe, really, to the rest of us. Actually, being a 2%er means you do what you need to do in that given situation. And while it is that big choice that we have to be positive, it's not about being happy all the time. It's choosing the right attitude, if you like, to doing what you've got to do. So if something comes along, if you need to be calm, then you stay calm rather than getting frustrated. If you need to be determined to overcome something, you be determined. So it's about the attributes of you when you're at your best. And when you're at your best, it feels effortless. And when you're not, it feels like it's hard work. But it's about trying to, I guess, stimulate not only the 2%ers in this room, but everyone that all the thousands of people that we come into contact with, to try and sort of like make them realise, actually, it's worth the effort. It's worth the effort to just be that 2% version of you for an extra hour a day, an extra day a week, an extra week a month, and then just see what starts to change in terms of you and your life.
Like 4 kids. I mean, have you ever woke up in your own life and thought, where did all these come from? Then you laid next to somebody and you're thinking, where did you come from?
Hi, I'm Shonette Bason and I came here to the Art of Being Brilliant 2%ers event because I wanted to be in a room full of people who wanted to be happy, and actually to get happy people's happy up is actually quite an achievement, and I think I've done it, and now I am a 10! And then the microphone just fell off there.
Give me a big ooh if you're ready. Ooh, that made me feel really excited. And then the day of the party would come and you would put your dress on. My brothers had to wear that dress as well because he was a bit hard up and I was the oldest. The science is you lose your happiness by about the age of 10. Oh. How many grumpy men in society? No wonder they're grumpy, they lost their happy when they were 10. And then some of them have been married. that's about.
Excellent, really good. Enjoyed it so much. Never lasts much in a long time. Didn't wet myself though, so disappointed in that, but next time.
I booked Darrell to come and do a session with my team at Whittaker Suley back in February, and I wanted to come and revitalise my 2% of it. And Debbie, my colleague, and I are going to do a presentation to our next team training event in December. And we're going to use some of the stuff with the pass the parcel, I think, and
Maybe
how we
the
can get
tashes.
from the tashes and how we can get rid of mood hoovers in the workplace.
No, Barry, you got a bit excited there, be careful. Where's the nurses? Good with that on, don't you?
Where are you sitting on the bus? Fantastic, well done.
2%ers are people who are not negative, who quietly got on with things at work and at home. You never hear them putting other people down, or very rarely. They're not always walking around with a smile on their face, but they tend to be the ones who get things done and who give their time for other people and who are generally happy in what they're doing. In other words, they're not just doing a job, but they're doing something they really, really want to do. What makes it worthwhile is seeing people who come on our training courses, whether it be NLP or leadership training or coaching training, and they're able to do so much more than they were when they came on the course and apply it back at work or their organisations. And it puts a big smile on my face when I see people achieving things and going away doing things that they didn't feel was possible before. People sometimes have a lack of inner confidence in themselves, and it's great to see that come out through the NLP techniques we do or the coaching.